Epic Originals presents Once Before Time, Dansel and Gretelsaur. Written by Apple Jordan. Illustrated by Gladys Jose. Performed by Kelly Jean Badgley. Once before time, there were two young dinosaurs named Dansel and Gretelsaur. Dansel loved the slide. Gretelsaur loved the swing. Dansel loved to paint. Gretelsaur loved to sing. The one thing they both loved was berries. They ate them morning, noon, and night. Berries were their favorite snack. One day, their mother wanted to bake a berry pie, but their berry tree was bare. "Dansel and Gretelsaur," their mother cried. "You ate all of the berries." She sent them into the forest to pick some more. Dansel and Gretelsaur set off. They dropped a trail of seeds behind them so they could find their way home. The two dinosaurs looked and looked, but they could not find any berries. When they turned to go back home, they saw a giant dragonfly following them. It had eaten all of the seeds. Their trail was gone. Dansel and Gretelsaur looked around. Nothing looked familiar in the deep, dark forest. They were lost. The dinosaurs wandered for a long time. They were tired and hungry. Then they smelled something sweet. They followed the scent until they came to a cottage. It was covered in berries. Dansel and Gretelsaur were so hungry that they began to munch the berries right off the house. They ate and ate until the house was bare and their bellies were full. Suddenly, they heard a loud roar. Dansel and Gretelsaur ran and hid behind a bush. They peered out to see who was there. All they could see was a large shadow. "It is as tall as a house," whispered Dansel. "It has 3 legs," said Gretelsaur. "It is a monster!" the dinosaurs cried together. They were terrified. The monster stomped toward the house. Click, clack, click, clack. "What is it doing?" Dansel asked nervously. Gretelsaur tried to get a better look. She tripped on a rock and fell into the bush. The monster turned when it heard the noise. "Who is there?" it roared. Click, clock, click, clock. They heard the monster come closer and closer, until at last it stood towering over the bush. The monster pushed the branches aside. When they looked up, they saw an old dinosaur smiling down at them. She was not as big as a house. She did not have 3 legs. And she was not scary at all. "Hello there," she said sweetly. "My name is Rizzo." Dansel and Gretelsaur slowly stood up and said hello. "Why were you hiding?" Rizzo asked. "We ate the berries on your house," Dansel said. "We were hungry," said Gretelsaur, "but they were not ours to eat." "We are sorry," they said. Rizzo could see that they felt bad.
That is true, she said. Luckily, I have lots more.
She led them to the garden behind her house. Dansel and Gretelsaur were amazed. The garden was full of berry trees. Rizzo loved berries just as much as they did.
I am happy to share,
she said.
All you have to do is ask.
Rizzo looked at her house. Her berry decorations were ruined. Dansel and Gretelsaur got straight to work hanging more berries. When they were done, Rizzo gave them a basket of berries and some berry seeds to take home to their mother. She also gave them a map of the forest so they could find their way home.
You can use it to visit me again, too, she said.
Dansel and Gretelsaur thanked Rizzo and waved goodbye. They promised to come back soon with a yummy berry pie to share.